Welcome back to the CS Keys Show right here on WSRadio.com. I want to thank my guest in the last segment, former NFL lineman for the Raiders and also Chargers, but now CBS college sports analyst Akbar Bajabiya-Miller, who joined us as we broke down the rivalry coming up this weekend, the Chargers and the Raiders. Now we want to turn our attention to something that can really affect everybody. We're talking about your health. And especially right now during the holiday season when people want to eat a lot. You just got off of Thanksgiving right now. You still haven't burped yet from that. But now here comes Christmas and the Christmas parties and what have you. And there's a way that you should be doing it. And, of course, we had him on before. We want to welcome him back to the show. Armando Aguilar, who's the founder and creator of My Fight with Fat. All right, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. Good. Happy to be here again, man. Last show, it was a hit. Everybody loved it. So happy to be here, man.
Turning you into a star.
And thanks to you, man.
Listen, with the holidays coming up, one of the big things, it's just typical. Family, you want to eat a lot, go out with friends, eat a lot. In your opinion, and first I need to tell your story again because you used to weigh 450 pounds.
Yeah.
And you just
400
pounds. I added 50. So I'm making you bigger, see that? But you lost, about 150 pounds?
About 150 pounds, still the struggle. Fluctuate a little bit back and forth because I remember last time we were here, we mentioned my diagnosis of bipolar, so when my medicine changes, there's that fluctuation. It's out of my control,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't let it get to me. I know that I could overcome it and overdo it, so that's a good thing about it.
And the thing I think that you've done with your story is you touch so many other people because when you created My Fight with Fat,
Mm-hmm.
and you've got members in there that can associate with what your struggle is because they have the same struggle.
Most definitely. I think that's what makes us even different, that we keep it real and that we talk about really what we are struggling, not only physically, but also emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
We touch a lot into that because a lot of people can't realize the stuff that we go through. The fact, like I mentioned last time I was here, the fact that go into a restaurant and not have to wait 45 minutes to be able to get a table because you don't fit in a booth.
Right.
How that makes us feel emotionally. The emotional
Mm-hmm.
struggle behind it also is very essential. And today, that you invited me, what I wanted to talk about was not only necessarily tips that would help us within our health, but tips that will help us generally with everything that we want to accomplish for 2011.
Mm-hmm. And I think what's interesting with what you do is that you didn't lose your weight because of some crazy diet.
No.
You did it the right way. Eat right, exercise right. Mental state is a big thing to do with it too.
Well, you need to change your mind before you can change your body. And if you don't change your mind, you're never going to be able to change your body. So that's definitely the first step that we did. And learning how to eat healthy and learning taking better steps. And it's hard because I grew up all my life, eating fast food or eating Mexican food, that's all I know, eating the beans and carne asada and tortillas, or hang out with my boys and have some fried chicken, So, it's part of me. So it was difficult because I needed to make a life change.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the life change takes part.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the step that you're taking forward, it's a step that you need to change all the stuff that you did before so you can take a step forward.
But see, a lot of that is easier said than done because you're still hanging out with your fellas and what have you, as you were saying, or maybe with the family atmosphere. So how is that, trying to get away from eating all that when you're still in that atmosphere?
You need to find the love for yourself. Once you find the love for yourself, then you have control to make better choices. Once you're not finding the love for yourself, then you're going to be influences for everybody else. But once you can control that and say, you know what, no, this is the steps I want to take, even though they're hard. But the key is baby steps.
Mm-hmm.
Baby steps are the key. Not run, not try to change it overnight, not try to say, I'm no longer eating, none of it, because then you're never going to get anywhere. So you need to make one step, accomplish that, feel good for that step, and then move on to the next step. But to be able to do that is find the love within yourself. And that applies not only for weight loss, but it applies for many things you want to reach.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of the things that you're so successful is because you have that within yourself. And you know that you need to work out every day. You know that what you need to do and accomplish and work hard in your radio show and all that because you do have that love within yourself that you want to reach others.
We're talking to Armando Aguilar, who's the founder and creator of My Fight with Fat. You can also go into his website, myfightwithfat.com. When you say that, find the love for yourself, how hard is that for you to get that point across to some of the people who are following you and are part of My Fight with Fat?
Well, it's hard, but because I've been there, it's easier because I understand their pain.
Right.
being 400 pounds and not having a girlfriend, now you want to get cuddle, you want to cuddle, so being that you understand that, so you understand when somebody else says, well, I don't feel that, my relationship is well, or I can't establish a relationship, and it's not that, a lot of people we say, oh, is that people change? No, it's not that people change. It's that we change. Because once we're in a different situation, our confidence starts building up again, our motivation, our self-esteem. So now I present myself in a different way than before. So obviously people are going to treat me different because the way that I carry myself now. So it's not that people change, it's that you change and you have more control of how you want people to treat you and what you're giving back.
Is that what you mean by stop fearing yourself?
Stop fearing yourself is, yes. I'll give you a quick example of stop fearing yourself. A long time ago when I was a kid, I asked my mom, if I put up taco shop, she goes, if you put a taco shop, you'd be great. And then my response was, well, if they don't like the salsa, if they don't like the way I prepare the meat, if they don't like the way I did the beans, and I said, why are you fearing yourself? Why are you doubting yourself? Stop putting yourself in those fears and say, if I put a taco shop, well, again, I'm Mexican, so of course the taco shop, say, hey, it's going to be the best one. My beans are going to be the best ones. My tortillas, my salsa are going to be the best one. So let's stop doubting ourselves and start fearing ourselves and know that we could accomplish and that we could do and that we could reach. And that's, again, applicable not only on your struggle with weight, but on your struggle on anything that you want. All those things are important.
We're talking to Armando Aguilar, who's the founder and creator of My Fight with Fat, right here on the CSK Show on WSRadio.com. And also you're talking about find your passion, because obviously that's something that really you can get into because it's your passion.
The reason I'm able to do what I do is because I've had passion for it. It took me years to find it, and now I want to wake up every morning and do it. The reason you are so good at talk about sports is because that's a passion of you. You know what I mean? I tell people, if you like Smurfs, talk about Smurfs. Talk about that because that's your passion and you're going to draw people to it. And you'd be amazed how many other people want to talk about that. Here in San Diego, we have the Comic-Con convention, which is one of the biggest convention. Yeah. And we used to name it the Nerd Convention, and now it's like, what are you talking about? Like, I also remember when I wanted to be Batman and I wanted to be Robin and do all that. So, do find your passion. Find it, do it, even if you do it for 2 hours a day. And you'll see that from your passion you can grow to maybe even become a business. Do all that. And you'll live a happier life because you're doing what you love. The people that teach you yoga, are passionate about it. And you walk in there and you want to do it because they have that passion. The reason I want to listen to you is because I feel it in your voice. So I want to know more of what you got to say. Who's going to win, the Raiders or the Chargers?
I appreciate that, man, but I better not see no damn Batman outfit when Comic-Con comes over here. I tell you that right now.
And you're gonna do the Smurfs, right?
I ain't no blue man. But a day in the life of you, because I know that helps a lot of the people that follow you. And obviously it's a great name that you put on your My Fight with Fat. Yeah. What is it like for you? I mean, you've already accomplished losing the weight. You still want to lose more?
Of course, I still want to lose more.
So what do you have to go through in a day?
Well, I wake up and I think the first thing I do is play my favorite song, one of my favorite songs. And one of them is U2, A Beautiful Day. Because that kind of sets the mood. You know what I mean? When the first thing that you can hear is something that you like and you enjoy, it sets the mood for happiness throughout the day. So I set the mood, get up and be happy. And then I try to take a 5-minute walk. Just to clear your mind, get your blood flowing, and then set my day. I make a little note. Okay, my first meal is this time. This is what I need to accomplish today. I have a radio interview today. I got to get prepared for that. Okay, but I also got to get my workout in there. So either it's going to be before or after. I got to schedule my time for that. And we need to schedule our time for working out as a necessity, like going to the restroom. We have no choice. We have to do it. So that's the thing that we need to do, because we tend to make up excuses all the time. We tend to make up whatever excuse. I'm tired, I got a headache, I don't feel good, blah, blah. But then what I do, if I don't feel good, once I know that I'm there, the hardest thing to a workout is putting on your shoes. If you put on your shoes, you're half of the battle. You're there. You're doing it. You know what I mean? You put on your shoes, you're doing it, and that's what you need to do. But again, we need to schedule that. We need to prepare that. Because once you're scheduled, then it becomes a routine. And remember, we talked about 21 days.
21 days becomes a habit,
It's a habit. So if we get up and we do that, and we listen to, like I said, our song It could be whatever song. To me, that was that one. But it's another one, Bob Marley. You know, all kinds of good stuff that way. It sets the mood. And when you can turn around and you have that good mood, you can open the eyes and look at your kids, girlfriend, wife, or, you know, significant other, whatever it is. It brings a positive energy from one another.
Now, real quick though, I mean that's good, and I know a lot of people may do it because once you get into it, but you hit a wall sometimes.
Oh,
how'd you get past hitting that wall?
See, when I hit a wall, I get friends like you call me and say you're gonna be on my radio show, and I'm like, damn, I gotta get this going right. You know what I mean? So then, you know, things like that motivate you because you wanna reach, you wanna accomplish. But don't get me wrong, there's days I don't want to go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, there's days that I don't want to cook because I cook my meals. Because when you cook your meals, you have control what you're putting in your meal. So, but there's days that I don't want to cook. I mean, there's days I don't want to do none of that. You know what I mean? But
that's what I'm talking about. The mental aspect of it. We only have about 30 seconds left. But the mental aspect, how do you? There are days like that.
Oh,
how do you get past that?
I just have to. Like, how do I? You know, like when you're in bed and you gotta go to a restroom and you toss and turn, but then it gets to a point that you just have to. It just happens like that. You got to.
Because if you don't, it's gonna be a mess.
Exactly, it's gonna be a mess. Exactly. So you just gotta look at it. You gotta look at it as part of your life. You gotta look at it as part of your life. So if you look at it that way, then you can accomplish. Don't get me wrong. I never said it was easy. Never. I never said it was easy. It's going to be hard work.
You can follow Armando, as we said, on his website, myfightwithfat.com. Armando, appreciate it, buddy.
And I like to end it with love yourself, a lights are priceless.
There you go. Coming right back with listeners versus CS in NFL picks. Somebody going down. I ain't gonna say who, but somebody going down.
Good stuff.
All right.